Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about tomorrow's content, which is the Greatest Eras 80 edition packs with Galaxy Opal Sidney Moncrief, Pink Diamond Adrian, Dantley, Pink Diamond Kevin McHale, and Diamond Norm Nixon, Diamond Michael Cooper, Diamond Jack Sigma. Another underwhelming drop, I guess would be a good word for it. Just kind of meh content. There's going to be a few good cards in tomorrow's drop. I mean, a couple of these guys are decent. But this is going to be another one of those drops where we're going to have probably in all likelihood challenges for a free 10 bucks, which will have very bad odds and therefore unlikely to pull anything of real value. And so it's just another drop where unless you're willing to spend money, you're not really interacting with this content too much. You know what I mean? There might be a couple of valuable or decent value diamonds tomorrow. And that's about all the positive that I can say about this drop. Just my team has gotten very stale. There's not much to do that's generally particularly rewarding, and there's a lot of stuff like this that's just pack only content that's just like whatever. Do we really even care about it too much? I don't know. With that being said, let's hop right into it. Let's take a look at the cards that are coming out tomorrow, starting with Galaxy Opal Sidney Moncrief, who's 6'4", 6'6" wingspan, 95 speed, 98 agility, 85 driving dunk. Really good defender. Obviously the card is very good. He's got Malachi Flynn base as well, which is a good jumper. Okay, so this card's good, I will say. Pro dribble style isn't bad. LaMelo's escape is okay. Not great, but not terrible, I guess. I don't think it's actually that good of an escape. But he is going to, I think, have a really good release, if nothing else. And good playmaker. Okay shooter. Needs some shooting badges, like limitless range 50 shooter should be added. A 3-point shoe as well. But he's got pretty good athletic ability. Elite level defensive point guard. Off a movable and post lockdown in addition to all the perimeter badges is really nice. I mean, this card's really good. I mean, he's gonna be one of the best point guards in the game for sure. I just I don't know. He's probably gonna be like 600, 700,000 MT at least. I don't know. He's gonna be one of the best point guards in the game. I have no doubts about it. Hard to get excited about pack only content at this point, to be completely honest. You know what I mean? So good card, no doubt, but I don't know. Adrian Dantley, probably not that great, to be honest. He's only 6'5". He is shooting guard small forward versus this card, which just looks like small forward, so that's good. Is athletic, 90 driving dunk, really good finishing, but only 3 hoffs total. Defensively, he's fine, but not special. Good speed, okay shooter. Gary Trent Jr. base is not particularly great. Dame escape is good. LaMelo behind the back, I don't really know. Meh, not great. Overall, not another pretty mediocre card, to be completely honest. He's undersized at shooting guard, not elite defensively, and not an elite level shooter with a pretty mediocre release. This is not a top tier card at all, so wouldn't really hype up Adrian Dantley. He's not a card who gets me very excited. Definitely would not be paying for him. Now, Kevin McHale, I do think is going to be pretty good, especially compared to Dantley when it comes to the pink diamonds for tomorrow. He's 6'10", but has a 7'11" wingspan, decent speed, decent 3-ball, really good defender, and pretty decent athlete. Now, the best part about this card is the 7'11" wingspan. That'll help him to play lanes a lot better, especially once you add interceptor, but he needs shooting badges, he needs playmaking. Has a low ball handle rating, not particularly fast. Release is not amazing. It's okay, but not great. Jimmy escape is, I mean, one of the better big man escapes probably, but still not great either. I'm going to be totally honest. This card isn't special at the power forward or center position. He's fine, but he's not great. This isn't a card that I'm going to sit here and recommend you pay for. He'll be good. He's better than Dantley, but I don't think he's great. And if he's anything more than about 200 KMT, he's not really worth his price, and he will be more than that. So I don't expect this card to be all that great of a buy. I don't know. This is just kind of another mediocre drop, to be totally honest. Norm Nixon, Michael Cooper, and Jack Sigma. Now, those 3 are the ones that I'm interested in. I don't know about Norm Nixon, but the other 2 for sure I think will be really good like value diamonds. Norm is 6'2", 80 driving dunk, 92 speed, 88 3-ball. Good perimeter, but no interior, unfortunately. If he had better interior, I think I'd be higher on this card. Isaiah Stewart base, I actually think is decent. Tyus Jones upper is the same one that Jeff... not bad, I don't think. I mean, Giannis escape isn't good, but his looks okay. If he had a higher interior, his 35 interior is not going to get the job done. He's not going to get any contests because of that low interior. So he's not horrible, but I think I'd probably lean Mike Conley, honestly, because I think Mike Conley's got better movement, similar athletic ability, as good or better of a shot. If you're looking for a budget PG, Mike Conley's going to be better than this Norm Nixon, realistically. So he's not great. The other 2 diamonds are the ones that, to me, are the interesting cards to target for tomorrow. Michael Cooper, first and foremost, is really good defensively. Only 84 speed, but 97 agility, 87 3-ball, 90 driving dunk. Really, really, really good defender. Off challenger, movable, off-ball, pest, and on-ball menace. If you look at this card and you added lightning launch, handles for days, bailout, limitless, and shifty shooter, he's got all the key badges pretty much. This release is really good. Movement isn't great. Maybe you don't even really waste time on all the playmaking badges. Maybe you just add a couple of them. But elite defender, yes. Good interior, amazing perimeter stats, decent speed, really good agility. I wish he was a little faster. But he's got good athletic ability. He's going to be a really good shooter. He's a cone, but he's a good cone. If this card winds up being affordable, he's a really nice option as a diamond. I actually think he is probably a very interesting buy for tomorrow if he winds up being relatively cheap, which he probably will be with all the higher tier cards. And then you have Jack Sigma, who on paper looks good, not amazing. The thing about this card that makes him so good is that he is absolutely strapped up. His jumper is incredible. You add Deadeye, Limitless, Slippery to him, he is going to be stupid knockdown. Has one of the best big man jumpers in the entire game. Pretty athletic, 85 standing, 80 driving dunk will get the job done. Defensively, Hoff, a movable paint patroller, post lockdown, rebound chaser. 6'11 with a 7'3 wingspan. Yes, he's only center eligible unless they change that tomorrow, which I don't think they will. But if this card winds up being anywhere close to 100k MT, 100 to 150,000 MT, he is an awesome buy and will be the new best value center for his price. Now, DeAndre Ayton obviously is your best budget center, but if you wind up looking for that next upgrade up at the center position, I think this Jack Sigma might be that new guy if he winds up being relatively affordable, not like freakishly expensive, which I don't think he'll be super duper expensive considering that he is one of several cards in this set and one of the lowest tier. So with that being said, I think he's very, very good. This is definitely the card for me if I was looking at tomorrow's drop that I would want to add if I was buying cards right now, but I'm not really. I'm kind of just waiting, saving my MT until hopefully this game gets better at some point. I mean, I'm over 4 million MT after selling my account, my team though. So I don't know. It's not atrocious, but it's not great. You know what I mean? So I think it's okay. Sidney Moncrief is going to be really good, but he's going to be expensive. Dantley and McHale honestly are kind of mid. Norm Nixon is okay, but not great. And then Michael Cooper and Jack Sigma are the two cards from tomorrow that I think are actually pretty good value buys, assuming they wind up not being too expensive. Hopefully we get some sort of grindable deluxe pack tomorrow. Do I have expectations of that? Absolutely not. I think realistically it'll be a 10 box that will have very low odds and unlikely to pull anything of real value. Either way, it's not the worst Tuesday drop we've gotten, but the way that the content is on Tuesdays and really in general in this game kind of is unmotivating for anybody to actually want to play this game, I feel like at this point, because there's just not all that much that is actually rewarding to do. And that's the biggest issue. It's just not that rewarding. And so I think content like this is just going to go by the wayside for the most part, because unless you get the top card in Moncrief or the two budget cards and not budget, but cheaper cards in Cooper and Sigma who are good, this is kind of content for nobody, unless you're a whale with Moncrief and probably locking in for an Opal as well. I'm sure if you're a whale, I'm sure this set, you're going to try to lock it in for an Opal again, which is going to keep the cards expensive, unfortunately, as well, because there's going to be that lock in. But this content doesn't really appeal to that many people, unfortunately. That's the shame about it. And that's been the truth with most of the content this year in my team. And that's my biggest issue. But it's not as bad of a Tuesday drop as some of the other ones we've seen. So I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise with some decent grindable content tomorrow, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. Hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.